If you're coming to Ajou University for the exchange semester in Suwon, this video is for you. When I was preparing myself for the exchange, I couldn't find much information about the university, campus, and dormitory, so I thought this video would be very helpful to those who are coming for exchange semester. Hope you like it, and let's get into it. And by the way, if you want to go to a specific topic, go to the description down below. There I have a stamp of sections that I will be mentioning, so just go and fetch whatever is of your interest so you don't waste any of your time. For those who don't know me, I'm Carla and I've been on exchange a few times. I've been on Erasmus in the Netherlands. I have done internship Erasmus experience in Ghent, which is a city in Belgium, and I am currently doing my study abroad in South Korea, here in Suwon. Therefore, since this one is the one that's farthest away, I thought it would be very interesting to make a video to take out some of the pre-arrival stress and calm down expectations, help anyone out there. So yeah, if you're searching for specific information, just go down below and click on the section that you are most interested. So let's just start by saying that Ajou University has its Office of International Affairs, which they will be taking its own time, but this happens with any country you might go to. Most of them, when it's about exchange, they take a lot of time. Everything happens just at the end, right before you go on exchange. At least that has been my experience for the different countries I've been to. I have to say that maybe Korea was the slowest one. However, the international office, they reply to your emails constantly. They are there for you, so don't stress about it. You will get there. You will get your dormitory. You will get all the information you need. It might just come a little bit later. They will guide you through the arrival process, any documentation that is necessary you will need. They will also organize airport pickup, but you will have to pay the transportation cost. It's just student bodies that will be there for you to guide you how to get from the airport to the university and so on. They are very helpful, so don't be shy in asking them anything you want, and they are there for us, so make use of it and be patient. For the transportation pickup thing that they organize, I struggled with it because I came on a late date and I missed them for like a few hours. They were gone. Therefore, I advise you that to take out some of the stress of having to find your own way to the campus, make your own research to know how to take the bus from the airport to Ajou. Okay, I want to mention some general tips before your arrival. First of all, you want to know that you will need some cash. Money-wise, I would advise you to get Revolut or Wise. They work excellent. They work everywhere, so just get one of those. However, you still need some cash. I'm talking about paying the dormitory fee. You'll have to take out the cash and bring it to the bank that we have in there and just give it all, like all. Same story with the health insurance. You will have to take cash and pay it there. Is the easiest way, so do that because you don't have a Korean bank account. Blah blah blah. Also, for the T-money, you need, I don't know if you need it, but I think the way we all do it as exchange, we just take out cash and we give cash and they charge our T-money. You will need it. Doing laundry, you will need bill money, 1K, and we have a machine that converts the money into 1K here in the dormitory so that you can do it, but you still have to take out some money. Speaking of T-money card, that's the way you're gonna move around here, so do not worry about getting one. Ajou University actually gave me a super cute one. I have it somewhere. I just charge it and I'm all set for the whole country. However, if you want to go on some trips outside Suwon or Seoul or whatever, there are some apps I will link down below. You mainly will want to book in advance, so if you have some holiday planned or whatever, book in advance, especially if it's holiday days. It's all sold out. We are planning a trip to Busan and we forgot to book the last one when we checked for that specific date because it was holiday day. Everything was sold out, so we had to stay longer. I will link the apps down below, but you have something like XTX for trains. Korea Talk is also for trains, and TX Bus is for long distance buses, and you have, of course, Kakao Taxi for the whole country. It is great, especially if you go with more people. Some students even use it to bring the groceries up the hill, because I am so sorry to tell you this, but Ajou University is really in a mountain, be prepared to walk up the hill. Anyways, phone plans. I have heard different stories from exchange students. The one that seems to be the most cheap option and that works perfectly fine in the whole country is Chingu Mobile. I got the 120 days plan. I think it's more than enough for me, but you can always extend. Mobile plans are not easy. They are actually really expensive, I would say, but it is what it is. You need it to link also your ARC, Alien Registration Card, which is the next topic. Don't worry about it. This will all be processed by the international office. However, you need to be aware that this is an important document that you need to have the same rights as Koreans. And it just basically means that you are registered in the country, therefore you will have the same rights. It's important because you cannot leave the country unless you have this card. And it will take long and it will be frustrating. Be patient. By the way, with the alien registration card, we had a lot of trouble because we didn't have it and we wanted to get tickets for like those bus apps that I talked to you about. Some of them require this ARC number. Therefore, it will be interesting that you have some friends that are Koreans or some international students that study here full-time that will help you do these payments, or even the international office bodies. They can also maybe help you because it's very stressful to get around those websites and applications. But don't worry, it will eventually get there after 2 months and the international office will handle everything. Health insurance is something that you are recommended to get. Everyone has to get it. There's exemptions that you can ask for. I know the French people don't have to do it because they have agreements or something with the country. However, I still think like if you don't have a yes, it is for sure that you don't need it, that your health insurance in your home country will cover it. Unless that's the case, just keep it. It's okay price, and I think if something happens, it's good to have. But yeah, I know there's exemptions and the international office will tell you everything about it, so you don't have to worry. But as I mentioned before, to pay it, if you decide to keep it, you will have to take out cash and bring it to the bank. The bank is just in the campus, so it's super easy to do. And the last thing I would like to tell you to be prepared is to get bed sheets. Like, I had to buy this, and the underneath cover and this. So ask the international office, ask the dormitories whether or not they are going to provide for your semester the bedding, because if not, you will have to go to the Lotte Mall, for example, behind the uni, and buy them there. It is not expensive, but it's also not cheap. It's okay to deal with. I was okay with buying them here because I didn't want to use my space in the suitcase, but a lot of people brought them with them, so it's your choice. But maybe you're lucky and they provide it, so just ask about it. Let's talk about dormitory life. About living arrangements in Ajou University, I would advise you to get the international dormitory. I know Ajou provides, or Ajou or the international dormitory, whatever, they offer you 2 or 3 options of dormitory. I would advise you, if you're international, just to get the international dormitory for a simple reason. Even though you just pay a little bit more, it's worth it because the condition of the building is better and you will meet way more internationals. That being said, let's just mention how they actually are. I think you can already notice that they are shared, and you probably already know that. You have option to sleep with 2 people, or you have 4 people sharing rooms. The 4 people sharing rooms are not in the international dormitory, they are in the other dormitory. So the international dormitory has only 2 people rooms. There's no privacy. The toilets are cubicles, and you have a lot of sinks, and then you have the cubicles for your necessities, and then you have the cubicles for the shower. Then you also have a kitchen. In every floor you have toilet and kitchen, okay? The kitchen is also shared, and you will need a box for your fridge and labels that they will give you downstairs in reception. Everything you can get in Daiso is really nearby, so don't worry, you will figure it out when you get there. There's also a gym, which is very nice, but it's not the nicest one. And then you have the laundry room that is very interesting because it's divided by gender. So you have male and female wash, and you cannot use the opposite gender one. You can also not access the floors that are specifically for the opposite gender. You basically get kicked out, okay, of the dormitory, forget about it. And if you do it in certain amount of period, you will get some refund, but if you pass that period, you will not get any refund, and so on. Yeah, speaking about facilities itself, like just the gym and stuff, the campus life is very interesting because I mentioned that the international dormitory has a gym. The campus has a sport facility that you can go to, and there they have a bigger gym. You can pay for a membership there. It's like really cheap, 20 euros per month or something like that. They also have clubs, sport clubs and other clubs, like there's a cat club and stuff. They are very interesting. A lot of them is just a bit difficult because of the language. Most of them, they want Korean speakers, but others are really welcoming for internationals. The library is a great place to study, however you need reservation. There's a system and to do so, and don't worry about it because international bodies, they will make you like a tour and you will see everything, so not to worry. Every faculty has their classrooms and it's really easy to find your lectures. Not every faculty has cafes and restaurants to eat in. Only Dasan and Student Union and the cafe next to the library are places to eat and have coffee. One thing I also want to mention that is very interesting to know is that you will be surprised that even though Korea is really technologically advanced, but this university is not very user-friendly with their websites and web development. And it's very frustrating because you have a lot of steps to access certain things and many different apps isolated to those simple tasks. That is very interesting to know. It can be very frustrating, but you will get the hint of it, so just be patient. Yeah, in Student Union, I already mentioned that you can get cheap food in there. They also have like a nice terrace that you can have drinks in and enjoy with your friends and just hang out. It's really, really nice. Outside campus, it's great because you have a lot of karaoke, different restaurants, different bars, and the bus stop to go to Seoul is really right in the same street as the entrance, so everything is really accessible. The back side of uni is also very, very nice. It's more residential area, but don't underestimate it, explore it as well. It's really nice. I see that coming this far and doing this experience can be really challenging. It has been for me. However, if you're doing this, it's because you already know that you want this challenge. You're gonna have some cultural shock, but that's probably one of the reasons why you're coming, to face something new. I think people will help you a lot. Other exchange students will make this place feel more like home and you will have a lovely time. If I'm missing out something, please leave a comment down below so I can help you answer any questions you might have. And if you like this video, just please hit like and subscribe. Don't miss on any of my next videos. And most importantly, have an amazing time in Suwon. Suwon is an amazing city.